Welcome. Sankara's teachings are deep and profound. RamanaMaharshi lived these teachings. Listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. I'm Richard Clarke. I'm reviewing and commenting on Adi Shankara's It-Atma Bodha, or self-knowledge. Today is verse 65. Though Atman is pure reality, consciousness, bliss, and is ever present everywhere, yet it is perceived by the eye of comprehension alone. One whose vision is obscured by ignorance, ajnana, does not see it, the luminous Atman, as the blind do not see the resplendent sun. Adi Shankara in this verse is pointing to something very direct. The self is always present, shining as pure reality, consciousness, and bliss. It is not hidden away somewhere, nor is it something that needs to be created or achieved. The self is already here, everywhere, unchanging and luminous, like the sun shining in the sky. Yet, most people miss it. Why? Because the vision of the mind is clouded by ignorance, just as a blind person cannot see the sun even though its light fills the whole sky. You might wonder, if the self is everywhere and ever present, why do I not experience it clearly? Shankara's answer is the obstacle lies in ignorance, not in the absence of self. The mind is caught up in identification with the body, thoughts, and emotions, and projects those limitations onto the self, instead of seeing what is already present. The mind imposes its own filters, just as dirt on a window keeps sunlight from being seen. Ignorance keeps the self from being recognized. The sunlight has never stopped shining, only the obstruction hides it. The verse calls attention to the fact that no external sense organ can perceive the self. You cannot see it with the eyes, hear it with the ears, or grasp it with the hands. The self is known by what Sankara calls the eye of comprehension. This is not a physical eye, but a deep clarity that arises when ignorance is removed. It is the direct recognition that I am that, not as an intellectual belief, but as living awareness. It is self-knowledge. The self shines in you as the very fact of your essence, the consciousness by which you are alive. The metaphor of the blind person is very telling. The sun is not diminished because the blind person cannot see it. Similarly, the self is not affected by anyone's ignorance. Whether you recognize it or not, the self remains the same, unchanging, limitless, and full. Spiritual practice is nothing other than removing the blindness. Inquiry into who am I clears away the mistaken identifications and reveals what has always been present. In daily life, this verse invites you to notice that happiness and clarity do not come from outside. They arise when the veil of ignorance thins and the natural radiance of the self is glimpsed. By questioning the mind's assumptions and turning attention inward, you begin to see that what you are looking for is what you already are. The self is never absent, it only appears hidden, like the sun behind closed eyes. So know yourself and be always free and at peace. I'm Richard Clarke. My new book, Atma Vidya by RamanaMaharshi with comments, offers clear insights into this profound poem on self-realization. In this series, I share Ramana's timeless wisdom and my reflections and inquiries to deepen your practice of self-inquiry. Discover the peace that comes from knowing your true self. The Amazon link is in the description. These videos bring Sankara's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like. Send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.